Good evening, everyone, and happy Wednesday once again. Wednesday, January 31st. Excuse me. Those gray skies just means that we have lots of excuses to show nice, bright, pretty spring things tonight here on the What's New. I hope everyone is doing well, feeling crafty, looking forward to some colorful inspiration. I mean, it was a bit of a tease the other day to have that big, bright ball of light in the sky. And even though the weather has been mild, I would trade the mild for a little bit of sunlight these days. Are you guys with me on that? It's always, January is always tough. But the good thing is, tomorrow is February, and it is an extra special February because this is a leap year. So for my niece, who is born on February 29th. And for any of you other leap year babies, happy birthday. Hope you enjoy celebrating your actual birthday this year. Um, Got lots of good stuff to share with you tonight. Lots of bright stuff, some new stuff. Last week, we ended off, actually, I think last week was predominantly paper. I've got a little bit of paper, I got a little bit of stamps, a little bit of dies, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of Tim. We got lots of eyes on that. I should get going.
We've got a few people on there. Yeah.
Everybody's saying hello. So hello, Matt is manning the comments, so please don't hesitate to drop your questions, your comments, your hellos, your tips at beating the winter blues, all of that good stuff. Drop those in the comments.
Those would be handy.
Those would definitely be handy. How to beat the winter blues or winter blahs. The gray skies. I have been a little bit blah, but that's okay. Here are those details of where to find us. You're going to go to papercraftersworkshop.ca and look in the new arrivals, and you'll see that January has been a very, very full month. Excuse me.
Ellen was still talking about last night's Learning Live.
Oh, Ellen's still talking about Learning Live. Darlene did a great job, didn't she?
I guess so.
I think Darlene has her layouts at the store. So if you missed it, pop into the store and say hello. If you need to go back and watch on replay, you can go right here on Facebook or here on YouTube, depending on where you're watching from. And I'm sure she will take pictures and we will get that posted to social media as well. Well, let's get in. Let's get started. I'm going to start with just a little bit of Easter. Some of you have already started asking for Easter papers. Valentine's is around the corner. St. Patrick's, the St. Patrick's stuff, St. Patrick's Day stuff has been moving pretty quickly. So if you want some of that beautiful green, like this girl right here, then go and snap up some of that St. Patrick's Day stuff. But we are starting to get in the first of the Easter. This is Here Comes Easter from Echo Park, and it has Easter bunnies and baskets and chocolate bunnies and some really pretty little carrots. Let me flip over. This one has a really nice watercolor look to it. It looks like it has been painted. Now with this line, we do have the collection packs. We brought in a few of the select papers. So if you are making treat bags or anything for grandchildren, nieces and nephews, friends and family, then we do have the single sheet papers as well. Or if you choose, you can get the whole shebang with the Here Comes Easter collection pack. And it does have a beautiful, very full sticker sheet that comes with that set. So that is Here Comes Easter from, oh no, that was actually Cartabella.
Yeah, you guys.
Cartabella is a sister company to Echo Park, so that's why I sometimes get mixed up. But Cartabella has that nice, thick, slightly textured paper. So I think you'll really enjoy working with it. All right, next up is something really different, especially for Echo Park and Cartabella. But it is something that you are going to see a little more of from them this year, and that is some really themed, really
Okay, put it on the camera.
Put it on the camera. Wizard of Oz. So I've already placed orders and seen a lot of what's coming between now and the summertime with Echo Park and Cartabella, and there are some really cool themed packs that are going to be coming. With those packs, we will be definitely bringing in collection packs because if you love the theme, then odds are you are going to want it all, so to speak. But at any time, if there are things that you would like that maybe we don't bring in, let us know and we can see what we can order for you. So this first one out of the hop is Wizard of Oz, and it is pretty darn cool. It's got the Oz logo. Let me say that slowly. We've got gingham plaid like Dorothy would wear, the green gingham, blue gingham. You know I'm partial to that green. We've got Glinda, the Good Witch. We've got slippers. Now, really interesting that they are blue slippers and not red slippers. I'm sure there's a reason for that, but that probably should be ruby slippers, just going to say.
Yep.
We've got all of the characters here on the sticker sheet. Dorothy and the Tin Man and the Cowardly Lion and the Scarecrow. And of course, the Wicked Witch of the West, the Yellow Brick Road, and lots of really fun stuff. So if you are an Oz fan, if you are like me, that Wizard of Oz goes right back to your childhood. I remember watching this with my family year after year after year, and pretty sure we've got the DVD upstairs as well. So when my grandkids come along someday far down the Yellow Brick Road, I can share it with them as well. There is a 6x6 paper pad, and we brought in the ephemera and the frames and tags. So really cool, really different. And if this is the kind of stuff that excites you, let us know so that we can make sure we keep bringing all of these fun things into the store for you. So that is Wizard of Oz. And then we are going to round out our Echo Park Cartabella new arrivals with, it's that time of year for baby papers. And much like last year, maybe what I'll do, use my arms, is I will point out that once again, Echo Park has done a gender neutral. This line is called Special Delivery Baby. So there is a gender neutral, almost a mini line. So there's only 6 papers with the gender neutral. And then there is a boy line and a girl line. And many of the pages are very similar, just changing up the color palette. So depending on what project you're working on, who the bouncing baby bundle of joy will be when they receive it, whether it's a boy or a girl. You've got your choices. You can mix and match by all means. It's super cute, and there is the coordinating solids to go with that as well. Now, if we remember correctly, and Matt, I don't know if you had a chance to look it up, the special delivery gender neutral, we brought in all 6 of the single sheets. Baby boy and baby girl, we were a little bit more selective, but just to give you a flavor, of this, let's have a little flippity flip through. So
there did seem to be a lot of papers.
Well, when you've got, I think I chose 6 from each. So when you've got 6 times 3, that's 18 papers. That is still a lot to choose from. So cut apart sheets, cute little animals. This is, I don't want to call it a polka dot because they're triangles, but it's kind of like little confetti triangles. This one is the letterboard icons with all kinds of cute little messages that you can fussy cut or use in strips. There are nice little strips here that you can cut apart. Once again, that nice petite gingham. Some more cut apart footprints.
Careful how fast you're waving papers and moving your arms across it. No, Kemper doesn't like that.
Okay, I'll go slower. We've got critters. I love the little giraffe, the little lion, the teddy bear, the turtle, and the owl. Some of the little bubbles. We've got a plaid here and more cut aparts. And this is a little, again, not a polka dot, little V's, but a nice little petite pattern. And there is the sticker sheet. So that is special delivery. Like I said, there is the solids pack with the gender neutral. There was, again, the 6x6 and the ephemera pack. And then when we get into the baby boy and baby girl, same kind of idea. So we did bring in collection packs and the solids for baby boy with the 6x6, the frames and tags, and the ephemera. Just see if I can get it up there close for you to have a little peek at. And you will find that when we move over to the baby girl that you'll see a lot of similarities just in the pinks. And this is a nice, pretty, dusty rose, but I like how it's got this raspberry color kind of as a deeper accent, a darker yellow. The storks, the animals again, the footprints. This one has stars and hearts, 6x6.
It's a softer pink than what you usually see on baby lines.
It's softer, but it's also got what I would say a bit more intensity. It's not that pastel, almost watery pinks and blues. There is some intensity to the colors, and it's got that almost dusty rose, that nice, I don't even want to say cloudy. So even the blues have that tone of gray to it that really softens it down, but you still have a punch of color to make them stand out and not look too soft.
Margaret said deeper muted tone.
There you go, deeper muted tones. That is a great description. So that is new from our friends at Echo Park in Cartabella. That was 3 baby lines, The Wizard of Oz and Easter. We also have some new goodies fresh off the truck from Elizabeth Craft. And I'm going to start with the papers. So there are 2 new paper lines. Key Lime Night is new. Garden Party, I think, was new. Maybe beginning of January, end of December. It is new to us, so fresh in the store. Really pretty floral patterns. And what's always interesting with Elizabeth Craft is you don't always know exactly what you're going to get. You know, you're going to get 12 double-sided designs. There is a design on the back of the cover sheet as well, but she doesn't always have a set formula as to which papers you are going to get. Just know that it's pretty and know that you are going to be able to create some really beautiful things with these bright spring florals, again, in those pastels, but that yellow really pops, the pink really pops. So you do definitely have a dose of color. That's kind of a pink and green, a dark green on the outside. So if you like florals, if you like that pretty spring look, then Garden Party is for you. It's a perfect name for it. And then next up, for something a little bit more on that grunge side, maybe has a little bit more of that masculine spin to it, is Key Lime Night with the yellow. And it's funny because key lime to me, I think green, but there's lots of yellows in here and the black and whites and the taupey, newsprinty kind of color. So again, really, really fun and funky. Some collage pages, some text pages, and lots of fun. So that is Key Lime Night, also from Elizabeth Craft. And then along with Key Lime Night comes a new stamp and die line. This is the Sidekick line, and the name is now escaping me as to what the line is called. I want to say, no, I'm not even going to guess because I'm not going to remember. I'm sure one of you ladies in the comments will absolutely remember and pop it in there for us. So there are 4 dies. This is the Sidekick size of planner dies. So it is the smaller planner. It is not the A5, but you'll notice a lot of similarities, at least in 2 of these dies that look very much the same as a release late last year from Els and her team for that planner size. And this base page with tickets is one of them. It does have a nice little spine piece that has the reinforcements built right in, some great little tags, a great little ticket die, and then again some tabs and the Sidekick size page die. Now, when I say it's Sidekick dies, the holes will not line up. That does not mean you cannot use these in your A5 planners or on a layout, on another planner page, another mini album page. All you have to do is cover up those holes, punch your own new ones, make it into a flap, do all those kinds of little, very, very small, very, very easy alterations. But you've got some great elements here, and this is called Sidekick Essentials 30 base page with tickets.
From the past.
From the past. Thank you. Thank you for chiming in on that. The line is called From the Past. This is Sidekick Essentials number 31, which is postage stamp page. So it's got all these little openings here with that postage stamp kind of finish to the edges. And then there are supporting pieces that fill in those holes. You can use them as photo windows. You can use pattern paper. You can do all kinds of fun stuff. Once again, this is the Sidekick size. There was a larger size one for the planner late last year. But again, cute little icons like that little camera. These are little clips. So lots of fun. And again, if it's small, you can definitely fit it on bigger items. Next up, we've got postage stamp fillers. So our frames do have that postage stamp edge again. We've got some shapes. We've got some arrows and some banners down here. And then we've got words: archive, official, special, secret, and over here is top, and the shadow for top is up here. So for top secret, that's probably where they're going to go the best together, because I don't know that you would say
Top special.
Top special. But you could do special secret or official secret or special archive. I don't know. I'm sure you could get creative with how those mix and match. And then last, from a die standpoint,
And
is
those ones will work with any of the planners.
yes, the fillers will definitely work. You could use that with your A5 planner pages. You could use them with other Sidekick pages. You can use them on their own. So they are, even though they are part of a Sidekick line, you can use them for lots of different projects. And then this is postage stamps fillers 2. And it has a very long and skinny cell phone image. It's got another bigger rectangle. It's got another supporting piece. I would argue that this probably coordinates with this one so that you've got a solid in behind. The words are: we are online, offline, I am, stand by, and check. So, oh, and over here is the new luxury. So lots of fun. This is a check mark. We've got an oval opening here. We've got the shadows for all of the words, and lots of great versatility. There's a picture. So this is fun where they put a photograph right on that phone screen. So I'm sure if you go to the Elizabeth Crafts social media channels, you can find lots of inspiration, because I know some of the designers have already been designing with these, even though it was just released 2 days ago. To go along with the dies, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 larger stamp sets. And they're, the first 3, actually all 4 do come with a coordinating die as well for the more graphic elements. So this one is photos from the past. And we've got this lovely couple here taking photos, whether they're touristing, whether they are at a family reunion. We've got cameras. We've got lots of great sayings. And the coordinating die is so that you can cut out those people without fussy cutting. So that is number 339, photos from the past. With the previous release, the planner release, there was correspondence from the past 1 and 2. Now we have correspondence from the past number 3. Really fun postal box here, some great postage stamps, and some fabulous messages. Do not open, confidential, rush, stuck on you. Some stamp type things, special handling. Good things come in small packages. That's what I say, a fair bit. And then you do have the die to coordinate with that post box. So these are stamp and die bundles, but really it's just the one die. The rest are rectangles, so you should be able to cut those out on your own. This one has been really cool and really popular. This is Travels from the Past. I call her Amelia Earhart. I'm not sure if that's actually who that is meant to represent, but a nice female aviator with, so again, some great little call out and label stamps. The die, of course, coordinates with our lovely lady here. Airmail, tourist moment, bucket list, check, fun stuff there. And we are ending off with celebrations. A little bit older, a lot more fabulous. May you get everything you deserve on your birthday. Corks are for quitters. And there is a corkscrew. I think Darlene and I, it took us a while to figure out what this was, but this is a corkscrew, and that is the coordinating die that comes in this set. So 4 large stamp sets to go with those 4 dies. And again, stamp sets, you do not have to be limited by the fact that it is part of a Sidekick release. By all means, you can do this in a planner, outside of a planner, on your layout, on your cards, on your tags, anywhere that you are creating. And we are finishing off with 2 smaller sets, and it looks like there was a boo-boo because there is an extra stamp in here and it says here's your end. So it is on top of your stamp set. You'll have to find a little corner to tuck it into once you get this open, but all of the letters are there. You've also got your Roman numerals. So this is Roman numerals with alpha. That is the name of the stamp. Number, year, date, established. You've also got some smaller numbers down the side. And then over here we have months. So if you are doing an actual planner where you want the months of the year, you've got January through December, and then fact, today, and days. Easy, easy, easy to coordinate all your good stuff. And then last but not least, and that is this is an item that we missed the first time around because it sold out way faster than we had anticipated. This is a cork. I think this is part of the art journal line. It is similar to a true traveler's notebook in that you have the little rubber bands, the elastic bands on the inside to tuck your notebooks into and through. And then this just, or your pages even. So if you are making your own art journal pages using the Elizabeth Craft dies, this just all tucks in. It is does have a nice leather feeling on the inside, that beautiful cork outside. I am particularly partial to cork, so this is absolutely beautiful, and I'm sure will be lots of fun to play with. And it does come in this handy dandy little travel bag. We didn't order a lot of these, but because we did miss out the first time, in case anybody wanted it, we have it in for you now. All right, maybe we will take a little break and we will talk about some of the announcements that we have, and I have some artwork from the team to share, and then we will round off with some other fun stuff. So first up, just pull one up, Matt, and I will. All right, so just a reminder to save the date. I think we started talking about this last week, and I'm hoping to get the registration up on the website in the next week or so for our spring de-stash sale, Saturday, June the 15th. Now, registration is in case you want to have a table to de-stash your craft room, much like I have done and continue to do. There are still boxes to go through. There are still bins to be sorted and organized. But if you would like to register for a de-stash sale table, just keep your eyes on the website and on the newsletter, because we will absolutely announce when we have that fully open for registration. And in the meantime, start de-stashing. Pull out 3 boxes. 1 box is for stuff you're going to keep. 1 box is for stuff that is definitely going to go. And the third box is your maybe box. And then every once in a while, you're going to go back to your maybe box and see if you can move the stuff either into the keep or the giveaway slash sell slash garbage box, and start tidying up one corner, one shelf, one bin at a time. So that is our D-Stash sale, Saturday, June the 15th.
Ready?
Next up, we have our next PCW demo days, or as Matt calls it, Get Messy days. We are going to be focusing on some mixed media goodies, and don't let those two words scare you. It just means that you might get a little bit messy. Marcy is working on a stencil butter demo, and by demo, this one was a hard thing to find a word for. She's going to be showing stuff, but you are actually also going to be getting hands-on and trying it out. So it's not really a make and take. It's not really a demo. It is a get messy session. So Marcy's going to be doing stencil butter. Darlene has a super cool heat embossing technique that she's going to have you play with. And then Chris is going to be doing an intro to gel plates. So if you want to find out what those things are all about, definitely mark your calendar for Saturday, February 17th. Some of those sessions may turn into future learning lives. So if you are not able to attend live, you may be able to catch it on video, but I do encourage you, if you are local and you can swing by the store, come and see us in person and get a little messy with us.
It's free.
And it is 100% free to do the messy demo. Can't say that we won't enable you to fall in love with at least one thing over in the store, but the event itself is free of charge. And last but not least, we opened registration last night for our next Craft Around session, focusing on friendship, girl power, and gratitude as we celebrate International Women's Day. There will be 5 stations. There will be techniques. There will be lots and lots of fun. You will be completing 5 different cards. We do have a local celebrity, my friend Catherine, coming to Woman, one of the stations as well. And it's just going to be a really fun day. And the added benefit is a portion of your registration is going to go to our fundraiser for Yellow Brick House, which is a local women's shelter. We have supported them the last, our very first one was just before the pandemic. So is this number 4 or number 5? I'm gonna have to go back and check the math. Yeah, it would have been March of 2020, then 21, 22. So yeah, this is our 4th one. So we're really, really thrilled to be able to do our part, do just a little bit to help Yellow Brick House, and we'll be sharing more information about them through the month of February. The event is on Saturday, March the 2nd. You can go and register right now. It is an in-person event. You will get your kits at the door when you come to the event. I think that's it for announcements. If you can flip back to my desktop.
Donna doesn't believe that we're enablers.
Donna doesn't believe that we're enablers. Wow.
I think she's being sarcastic.
Just a tiny bit of sarcasm there. But you know what? If it means that you're doing something to make yourself happy, then I will not be sad about enabling.
And Ellen thinks you're watching too many criminal/murder shows.
I'm watching too many criminal/murder shows.
Yeah. I think you made a comment in the previous screen about something.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe Ellen will have to elaborate because, I've already moved on. And you know what? There's nothing murderous. There is absolutely nothing murderous about what I'm going to share with you next. We have had some stamp and die sets from Sheena Crafts and Crafter's Companion. And, we had really fell in love with the artwork that was on the packaging. And it may have taken us a little while, but Darlene challenged Chris, and Chris has gone ahead and made the samples in real life. So this is a version of the This one is called, does it have a name? Monarch Butterfly. And it does come with the series of butterflies as a stamp as well as with dies. So she has done this absolutely beautiful job of creating these butterflies. And you can really see quite how large these butterflies are. And Chris has chosen a beautiful soft palette, but you could go brighter. You could go the true monarch colors in the orange and yellows and blacks. And she's just, pulled some stencils out of her stash and created that background. So that is the monarch butterfly.
Who says Chris can't make pretty things?
So Chris is not just about grunge. Now, what kind of surprises me is that Chris did not use her paper towels to make these butterflies. But hey, we don't know what the next round. Chris has got a week where she's going to be doing a fair bit of crafting, and you just never know. You never know what Chris is going to pull out of her bag of tricks. And then we have our Red Admiral butterfly, and we were all really intrigued with this format here, and huge kudos to Chris who made it happen using circle dies. She's got stenciling going on. We've got your sentiment here on your special day, and really created this beautiful card. Now, because Crafters Companion is very much a UK company, a lot of the artwork comes from the UK. I think the sample cards were actually meant to be larger, but Chris made it work on an A2 size. I think it would have to fit in a 5x7 envelope as opposed to an A2 envelope. But isn't that stunning? And even if you didn't want to cut an opening, you could cut a vellum circle in here or an acetate circle to just kind of hold that integrity. But, huge kudos to Chris. Thank you so much for making these beautiful cards and really creating something really, really special with these cards. So if they intrigue you, we've got these and other butterflies and some florals as well. Don't forget to look at these Crafters Companion ones because they are really good quality. They make beautiful, beautiful things. And as we head into spring, I don't think you can possibly have too many butterflies in your collection. All right, home stretch, folks. I think we're going to go back to our friend, Mr. Tim.
Oh, right.
Brand new today, hot off the presses. We have 3 new sets of the Tim Holtz Distress watercolor pencils. If you want to learn more about these pencils specifically before you jump in, if you didn't, so this is set number 3, 4, and 5, and I probably do not have them in order. That's 5, that's 6, so this must be 4. Sets 1, 2, and 3 have also been restocked in the store, and that means all of Tim's colors are now represented in this woodless, water-reactive, pigmented pencil. Now, if you want to learn a little bit more about it before you jump in, which is what I was starting to say, Chris is going to be doing a Learning Live next Tuesday, which is February the 6th. Also, my baby sister's birthday, so happy birthday, Mish. She's going to be doing a Learning Live on the watercolor pencils and the difference between the watercolor pencils and the Distress crayons. We've been getting a lot of questions about that, so if you want to learn more about either or both of these tools from the Distress line, make sure you tune in right here, Facebook and YouTube, Tuesday, February 6th at 8 p.m. In the meantime, if you've already played with sets 1, 2, and 3, and you want sets 4, 5, and 6, they are here. Scorched Timber, which was the newest color, we also had as a single. I'm not sure if we have any left in stock.
We do have a few, and there's more that just arrived.
Okay, so there are Scorched Timbers that are available, and Tim also brought out a set of white and black, picket fence and black soot in a 2-pack because I think this is one that people are going to go through really, really quickly. So if you wanted to just get those on your own, you can. What is in these? So in number 4, we have Saltwater Taffy, Festive Berry, Carved Pumpkin, Scattered Straw, Chevy Shutters, Mowed Lawn, Evergreen Vow, Chipped Sapphire, Victorian Velvet, Wilted Violet, Tea Dye, and Ground Espresso. Every single pack does have a nice full rainbow. I don't think I'll go through and read all of them. You can go and check the list out on the website. But just know that if you wanted to just start with one set, you do get a fair representation of the rainbow in each set. So you don't have to worry about, oh, well, I'm only getting pinks or I'm only getting blues. My best recommendation is take a look at those colors. Pick maybe 2 or 3 of your favorite distress colors and make sure that they're in that set that you are purchasing, and then just really have fun getting to know the other colors. So watercolor pencils, Tim Holtz, woodless, water reactive, all the things. Just launched today. I believe there is a video with Tim on Saturday, likely at noon Eastern. That's usually when he does his videos. So if you really want to hear from the man himself and see all the wonderful makes that his makers create, then Saturday is the day for you to check those out. And we are rounding off this last What's New of January with our friends All in Create. I'm just going to bring the whole bucket over. There is a lot in there. So because we are fairly new to All in Create, when I was ordering these new dies, All in Create has just started getting into dies. I also took a little peek into the back catalog. So let's take a look at the dies first. We have Heart Nook, which has these little coffee rings, the little hearts, the cute little pen nibs. Those are really fun. We have 3, let's get them in order, 3 tag dies. And when you look on the back, they look black. That shows you all the different pieces. Here is just showing you how everything layers together. So if I flip over, you've got a tag outline. It's got this doodly kind of outline, and you've got a speech bubble, and you've got some different tags and some little icons here. Sorry, come back a little bit further. Then this one is called Intricate Tags.
Number 29.
Number 29, Intricate Tags. Yeah. All right, this one's more fun. This one is called Taggle-tastic.
There you go.
Taggle-tastic, number 30. So again, very similar, some great little icons, as well as a detail layer and a shadow layer or outline layer for the tag itself. And the last one is called Hexalove. Little apostrophe, more speech bubbles, a little label book plate, and the 2 different tags that you can use.
Are they just making words up?
You know what? They just might be. They just might be. We go into the next set. Let's get them in order. They're already in order. We've got Numberama with the numbers, as well as this is a rectangle. I'm going to call it a rectangle tag. It's got a detail and an outline to go with that in that rectangular shape. We have Splodazzlers. Yep, definitely. That is definitely a 3 cocktail name. We've got some little rings, we've got some splatters, we've got some scribbles, as well as the 2 rectangles. And then we have Sky Crossed Paradise. So this one, it's got some little stitching. They look like the paper has been stitched. We've got X's, we've got an O here, we've got a little postage stamp, and once again, that double rectangle. So these are the new dies. This is part of their newest release from All in Create. And then, like I said, I started going into the back catalog and had some fun. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. So this one is called Glide. It is a butterfly. I believe some of these are from Tracy Evans' most recent release, which was just before Christmas. And then again, some of them are a little bit older. This one is called Shattering, and it looks like shattered glass. Hopefully does not look like your windshield. Hopefully your windshield is intact, but you know, it's got that shattered glass look. I love this one. It's called Leaf is Better. It's got the butterflies kind of peeking through that leaf design. We have Cornflower. We have, this one is called Long-Eared Mammal. I thought if you were doing something kind of funky for Easter, this is some interesting little stamps. We have Miniatures. So this one's got little teeny tiny bunnies. It's got some little beetles. It's got that cute little bee, as well as some great little word stamps. We have Petunia, and I really liked the watering can as well. I thought that had some really neat spring type inspiration going there. So these are all A7, which I think is the smallest size of stamps available from All and Create. Next we went here. So again, more butterflies. This one is called Temporal. So butterflies and clocks, very kind of steampunky. We have framework elements, so some postage stamps, some collage type things here, and a really fun numerical graphic stamp there. This one is called Heron. I could totally see this with like a nice ink blended sunset type sky with the herons just right along the horizon, or the bulrushes there. Love that one. And then garden mixed tagged, little numbers, little flowers on the tags, and just a really cute little set to go in your creations. Moving on up to two more. These two are slightly larger stamp sets. This one, again, personal favorite. I love that little mousy guy. There is the postage stamps, and then some floral and some word stamps in here. And then Hellebore. This is a Tracy Evans. I think this is part of her new release as well. And not to give too much away, but you might be seeing something in the next week or so from us and Paper and Ink Boutique and Mari Clark. This is not what Mari's going to be using, but she may have some samples to show with this guy. Just, hint, hint. And then, I love stencils. And so I got a little carried away with some of their A4 stencils. So these are larger, A4 being almost an 8.5 by 11. So lots and lots of room to create with and play with, and some great different configurations. I kind of stuck in the same vein with different shapes. So this is totally triangular. We have totally dotty. We have smitten with stars. We have crush on crescents. I thought that was really cool with the moons. And then we have dote on diamonds. So there's 5 different configurations here, and there's probably at least another 5, if not more, patterns that we can take a look at next time. So tell me how much you love these, and we will look at other shapes as well.
Careful. If you bring in big stuff like that, Darlene might get mad because it's hard to find a home for them.
I know Darlene might have a little trouble finding room for them, but that's because, I don't think she has to worry, because you guys are just going to snatch them all up, and we don't have to find room for them. So those are new in from All and Create. There are a few others that we had to get in for special orders that you can find. So the special order people have been taken care of, but we had a few extras as well, so you can check out the website for that. And there is, I talked about that one little pile that I can't tell you too much about. There is actually a second pile that I have some ideas for. So once I get some creating time, then you never know. There just might be an All and Create class from this girl here who doesn't do mixed media and doesn't do mess. So, just things to look forward to. And that is a wrap for tonight's What's New. Lots of good stuff. Hopefully a little something for everyone. And if I do enable you, I hope you know that it is in the best intentions possible to keep you crafting, to keep you happy, to keep the stress and the gray and the winter blahs away. Wishing you a wonderful rest of your evening. We are open late tomorrow until 7 p.m. as we are on every Thursday. Regular hours Friday and Saturday, and then we start all over again next week. February has a lot going on, so you'll want to stay tuned to this space to keep up to date. Have a good night, everyone.